The Holy Quran, translated in English by Talal Itani, 2021 edition. Web address www.clearquran.org.
Quran Chapter 22. In the name of Allah, the kind, the caring. O people! Be aware of your Lord. The tremor of the hour is an awesome event. You'll see every nursing mother forget what she was nursing, and every pregnant woman will miscarry. And everyone will appear drunk, although they aren't drunk. Allah's punishment is severe. Some people argue about Allah without knowledge, and they follow every defiant devil. It is decreed, whoever follows him, he will misguide him and lead him to the suffering of the inferno. O people! If you doubt the resurrection, we created you from dust, then from a drop, then from a clinging clot, then from a lump developed and undeveloped, to make things clear to you. We settle in the wombs what we will, for a fixed time, then we take you out as infants. Then you may reach maturity. Some of you die, and others reach feeble old age, to the extent that after knowing they know nothing. And you see the land lifeless. But when we send down rain, it stirs, swells, and produces beautiful pairs of plants. Allah is the truth. He gives life to the dead. He is capable of everything. The hour is coming, without a doubt. Allah will bring out those in the graves. Some people argue about Allah without knowledge, guidance, and an enlightening book. Turning away in contempt, to stray from Allah's path. He will be humiliated in this life. And on resurrection day, we will make him taste the agony of burning. This is what your hands produced. Allah isn't unjust to beings. Some people worship Allah on edge. In good times, His content. But in difficult times, He makes a turnaround, losing this world and the next. That's the obvious loss. Instead of Allah, he prays to what can't harm or benefit him. That's the far straying. He prays to what's more likely to harm than benefit him. What a miserable ally and bad companion. Allah will admit the believers who do good deeds into gardens with rivers flowing underneath. Allah does what He pleases. Whoever thinks that Allah won't help him in this life and the hereafter, let him stretch to the sky, then cut, then see if his cunning eliminates what makes him angry. That's how we revealed it. Clear verses. Allah guides whom He wills. The believers, the Jews, the Sabaeans, the Christians, the Zoroastrians, and the pagans, Allah will judge between them on resurrection day. Allah witnesses everything. Don't you realize that everyone in the heavens and on earth prostrates to Allah? And the sun, the moon, the stars, the mountains, the trees, the animals, and many people. But many deserve pain. He whom Allah dishonours has no one to honor him. Allah does whatever He wants. Here are two adversaries quarreling about their Lord. The unbelievers will have clothes of fire tailored for them, and boiling water poured over their heads, melting their insides and skins. They'll have iron rods. Whenever they try to escape the gloom, they are sent back to it, taste the pain of burning. But Allah will admit the believers who do good deeds into gardens with rivers flowing beneath them. They'll be adorned with bracelets of gold and pearls, and their clothes will be of silk. They were guided to the best of speech. They were guided to the path of the praised. Those who disbelieve and turn away from Allah's path, and from the sacred house, which we established for all people, whether resident or visitor. Whoever tries to violate its sanctity by wrongdoing, will make him taste a painful punishment. We showed Abraham the location of the house. Associate nothing with me, keep my house pure for those who encircle it, those who stand upright, and those who prostrate and bow. And announce the pilgrimage to the people. They'll come to you on foot, and by all transportation means. They'll come from all distant points. To witness what benefits them, and to celebrate Allah's name on specific days, for providing them with livestock. So eat from them, and feed the needy poor. Then perform the purification rituals, fulfill the promises, and encircle the ancient house. So it is. Anyone who respects Allah's sanctities, it's better for him in the sight of his Lord. Livestock is allowed to you, except those already mentioned. Stay away from the impurities of idols, and stay away from false speech. Be faithful to Allah, without associating with Him. Whoever associates with Allah, as if he were falling from the sky, the birds snatch him, or is swept away by the wind to a distant abyss. So it is. Anyone who respects Allah's sacraments, shows the righteousness of his heart. There are benefits for you in them, for a certain time. Then their place is at the ancient house. We prescribed a ritual for every community, so that they may pronounce Allah's name over the livestock He provided them with. Your God is one God, so submit to Him. And give good news to the humble. Those whose hearts tremble when Allah is mentioned. Those who respond to afflictions with patience. Those who perform the prayer and spend from what we provided for them. Among the rights of Allah, we made for you animal offerings. In them are benefits for you. When they line up, pronounce Allah's name upon them. Then, when they fall on their sides, eat of them and feed the needy, whether they ask or not. That's how we tamed them for you, so that you may be grateful. Neither their flesh nor their blood reaches Allah. What reaches Him is your reverence. That's how He tamed them for you. So praise Allah for guiding you. And give good news to the charitable. Allah defends the believers. Allah doesn't like ungrateful traitors. Permission is given to those who were attacked, because they were mistreated. Allah can help them. Those who were unjustly expelled from their homes, just because they said, "Our Lord is Allah." If Allah had not defended people using others, monasteries, churches, synagogues, and mosques where Allah's name is praised would have been destroyed. Allah supports those who stand up for Him. Allah is strong and honorable. Those who, when we establish them on earth, perform the prayer, do charity, command the common good, and forbid evil. Allah determines the outcome of events. If they deny you, before them Noah's people denied. Also, Ad and Tamad. And the people of Abraham, and the people of Lot. And the inhabitants of Midian. And Moses was called a liar. Then I gave the unbelievers time to think. Then I seized them. So how was my rejection? How many cities did we destroy when they did evil? Their buildings were razed to the ground, abandoned wells, and lofty mansions. Didn't they travel the earth, and had minds to reason with, or ears to listen with? It's not the eyes that become blind, but it's the hearts in the chests that become blind. They challenge you to advance the punishment. But Allah never fails in His promise. The day of your Lord is like 1,000 years, according to your calculations. How many cities did I indulge while they were doing evil? Then I seized them. To me is the comeback. Say, O people, I'm a clear warner to you. Those who believe and practice righteousness will have forgiveness and a generous provision. Those who seek to discredit our revelations will be the prisoners of the blaze. We sent no messenger or prophet before you, but Satan interfered with his wishes. But Allah cancels what Satan suggests, then Allah confirms his verses. Allah is aware and wise. To make Satan's suggestions a trial for the sick-hearted and the hard-hearted. The wrongdoers strongly disagree. So that well-informed people may know that it's the truth from your Lord, believe it, and their hearts soften to it. Allah guides believers on a straight path. Unbelievers will always doubt it until the hour takes them by surprise, or the punishment of a barren day. On that day, Allah will have the authority to judge between them. Those who believed and did good deeds will be in the gardens of delight. But the unbelievers who rejected our verses will suffer humiliating punishment. Those who emigrate for the sake of Allah, are killed or die, Allah will provide for them abundantly. Allah is the best provider. He will grant them an admission that will please them. Allah is aware and gentle. So it is. Whoever responds in the same way to an injury he suffered, then is mistreated again, Allah will support him. Allah is pardoning, forgiving. It's because Allah merges night into day, and He merges day into night. And because Allah is hearing and seeing. It's because Allah is the real, and whatever they call besides Him is false. And because Allah is the High, the Great. Don't you see how Allah sends rain from the sky, and the land becomes green? Allah is gentle and aware. Everything in the heavens and on earth belongs to Him. Allah is the rich, the praised. Don't you see how Allah made everything on earth serve you? The ships sail the sea by His command. And He prevents the sky from falling on the earth, except by His permission. Allah is gentle to people, most merciful. It's He who brought you to life, then makes you die, then revives you. The human being is ungrateful. We prescribed rituals that every community should perform. So don't let them discuss such issues with you. Invite to your Lord. You're guided on a straight path. If they argue with you, say, Allah knows what you're doing. Allah will judge between you on resurrection day concerning your differences. Don't you know that Allah knows everything in heaven and on earth? It's in a document. This is easy for Allah. They worship, apart from Allah, what He never authorized, and what they don't know. The wrongdoers will have no helper. When our clear verses are read to them, you can recognize denial on the faces of unbelievers. And they almost assault those who read our verses. Say, do I have to tell you something worse? The fire. Allah promised it to unbelievers. What a miserable destination. O people! Here is a parable, listen to it. Those you worship besides Allah can't create a fly, even if they come together for that purpose. And if the fly snatched something away from them, they couldn't get it back. The pursuer and the pursued are weak. They don't appreciate Allah as He should be appreciated. Allah is strong, mighty. Allah chooses messengers from among angels and humans. Allah is hearing and seeing. He knows their future and their past. All matters are referred to Allah. O you who believe! Bow down, prostrate, worship your Lord, and do good deeds, so that you may succeed. And strive for Allah with the effort due to Him. He chose you, and He placed no difficulty in religion, the way of your father, Abraham. He named you Muslims long ago, and in this, so that the messenger may testify about you, and you may testify about humanity. So pray regularly, give charity regularly, and adhere to Allah. He is your protector. What an excellent master, and what an excellent helper.